Okay, I get it. You guys want to know where I find my custom content. Hello everyone, I'm Bibi and today I'm bringing you my most highly requested video, a mega list of some of my favorite Sims 2 custom content that I use to create beautiful houses. This video will only focus on build and buy mode because we'll look at Create a Sim another time. This is nowhere near a full list of all the custom content I have in my game. I've been collecting CC for nearly 20 years now, and it would be absolutely impossible to share everything at once. But if you guys are interested, I might turn this into a regular series on the channel. This video took a ton of research and organization. Finding and setting up the whole list for you guys was a huge task, especially considering that some of the CC is very old. So even though I don't normally say this, I would really appreciate it if you like this video to support the channel. Thank you so much and let's get started. First off, I want to mention my go-to sources for getting started with Sims 2 custom content. Those would be Mod the Sims, Sims 4:2 conversion database, and the database of re-uploaded unavailable old content. These sites have enough to get you started if you've got no CC in your game, so I advise you to browse through all of them by yourself. And just for the record, I have all of the Sims 2 expansion packs installed, so please check the compatibility of any items I've linked to make sure that it will work for your installation of the game. With all that out of the way, let's start with a build mode showcase. So I'm in a beautiful beachy test hood, and I made this empty shell of a house, and I thought we could build and furnish it together, and I'll tell you what custom content I'm using along the way. As you can see, there's not much going on with this house at the moment, it's just bare walls, and I want this to look like a coastal home, and that's why I've placed it on a deck. To decorate the exterior, I'll use a set you've already seen me use in my lot renovation series, and that is the Bespoke Build Set, which you can find on Mod the Sims. It contains a huge amount of items meant for exterior decorations of a house. I absolutely love the doors and windows in this set, but there are other additions such as roof trimmings and details, columns, floor trims, window shutters, basically anything you might need to make your Maxis Magic homes look incredibly detailed and realistic. And with just this one set and absolutely nothing else, you can turn a blank house like this one into a beautiful home with tiny details that add realism and match the graphics of The Sims 2. Here's the result, and you can see the front of the house already looks so much better without having to use any other custom content. Another set I highly recommend is the Thorpe Build Set by Veranka. Veranka is probably my favorite Sims 2 custom content creator. You'll hear me say their name a lot in this video, so get used to it. This set contains walls, windows, archways, and a matching column, all of which come in a whole bunch of nice recolors. If you watched my burp house renovation, the 2-story window for the front section of their house was from this build collection. The next build set I'd recommend is the Metropolitan collection, which contains more items and recolors than I can count. This set is very versatile, especially the windows, because other than standalone versions, these windows come in these side and center pieces that you can mix and match to create different looks. Not to mention that there are tons of color and shape variations to choose from. The last set I'd like to mention is the Bari Build Set by Veranka. It's a small modern collection that gets a special mention mostly because of how nicely this tall and skinny window combines with the single door to create the illusion of a double door look. I just love this thing. Moving on to our house build, if you don't have the Stair Wall Fix, do yourself a favor and download it now. These objects cut off the top section of a wall to perfectly match any staircase, and it makes your builds look so much better. I can't imagine building without this thing anymore. All you have to do is place your stairs, build a wall next to them, then choose one of the objects that are in the stairs category. It will cut off the wall in different sections, so you can see the railings of the stairs and have a solid wall that matches the wallpaper of the interior or exterior of your house. Just look at the difference this makes. Speaking of stairs, I have to mention the recolorable modular stairs by Numenor, plus the matching wooden fences. This download unlocks the function to recolor the cheap wooden modular stairs, and it gives you so many possibilities to mix and match. This is an absolute must-have for your game. The only downside of these stairs is that you have to recolor each step individually, which, as you can imagine, is incredibly annoying and tedious, but it's worth it at the end because it just looks so much better. I've added links to Numenor's fix, some recolors, and the matching wooden fences I use, so grab everything to get a full set. If you watched my last few videos, you've seen me use these floorboards all over the place, and these are from the huge 4:2 floor conversion set by Lord Crumbs. There are so many floors here, almost everything from The Sims 4, so just go ahead and grab them all. You'll never need another set in your life. Otherwise, if you want nice Maxis Matthew wooden floors but don't like The Sims 4 conversions, then I suggest you pick up these simple wood floors by iCad at Mod The Sims. These come in a number of styles and mini swatches, all of which are nicely matching, so you won't need to worry about variety. Now that we're working on the interior of the house, I'm using my favorite stairs. I use these in the Caliente and Lothario lot renovations, and these are the industrial stairs by Holy Simoly, plus they come with a fence that matches the railing. These were very difficult to find online because they're a really old creation, but I've linked to a Sim file share folder where you can get them. In the kitchen and the two downstairs bathrooms, I'm using floor and wall tiles by Kestrel Teens. These are part of the Chalk Kitchen collection. It's a collection of 4:2 conversions that includes beautiful objects as well. So while you're on the same page, you can grab not just the tiles, but the rest of the goodies too. In the upstairs bathroom, I wanted to show you guys some of my favorite matching walls and tiles. These are called the Daria and Julietta tiles by Themole or Themol. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. These are a super old download that I've had in my game forever. It took me a century to find a working link, but everything by this creator is uploaded on Sim file share. I've linked to the tiles specifically, but you can browse through the whole archive to find other super rare CC items. Lastly, for the walls, I often use this plain but versatile wall paint by Trapping on Mod The Sims. These are just plain colors with a white trim at the bottom. It's nothing fancy, but I use them all the time. They look neat and clean, just a perfect blank slate to create whatever kind of room you want. Okay, that's enough of build mode stuff for now. Let's look at some objects next. So I've quickly furnished the kitchen using a few sets that contain a variety of items that are worth having in your game. To start with, the custom counters and appliances I've used are Sims 3 conversions by Veranka. This set is called the Vanadium conversions and contains counters, cabinets, appliances, a variety of shelves, a bar, table, end tables, stools, bar stools, just a huge number of items with enough swatches to decorate forever with. The utensils on the wall and the pasta containers are from Veranka's new vintage kitchen 3:2 conversion set. This collection also has gorgeous cabinets, and the sink is one of my favorite kitchen sinks I use in the game. I've added a knife block, and this is a 4:2 conversion, which is part of another Veranka kitchen deco set. You've seen me use the paper towel holder from this download in other builds as well. The paper bag of groceries and the clutter on the lower shelf underneath it are from the Cassie Set by AnYe. I've linked to a page with a ton of extra stuff, so download everything while you're there. The rose on the counter and the plant on the shelf are from a collection of 4:2 plants by Veranka. And I'll actually also link to a second plant collection by Veranka because I use both of these extensively. The mugs on the counter, as well as the clutter hanging on the wall and on the shelf, are all part of the Chalk Kitchen set. It's another 4:2 conversion, originally by Charlie Pancakes, and includes other super cute decorations as well. And lastly, in this room, the lamp is a Sims 4 conversion by Michelle on Mod The Sims. It's part of the Tiny Living set, which contains basically every item from the Sims 4 Tiny Living stuff pack, so go and get it now. It's basically like you're getting a whole new stuff pack in one download. And with that, I think we're done with the kitchen, so we can move on to the next room. Here we are in the dining room, and the first thing I want to talk about are these wall niches by Must Love Cats. What an amazing username, I have to say. Must Love Cats at Mod The Sims. I recently found these and I'm in love. These are actually in the window category and they sit inside the wall like a nice little decorative shelf. The set includes the niches, a couple of decorative items, and the shelves that allow you to place objects on them. Each shelf has 5 item slots, so you can create so much detail and character in a room without using pretty much any space. It's amazing. Here's how I furnished the dining room, so let's start looking at all the CC items one by one. On the walls, I used the gorgeous paneling by SIMS and Low Space. These come in a huge variety of swatches, the whole rainbow, and I suggest checking out the rest of the CC from SIMS and Low Space because I think all of their creations are super beautiful and they're absolutely worth downloading in their game. The decorations I placed on the niches are as follows. The small vase with roses is again by Veranka from one of the sets I already showed you. Meanwhile, the orchid pot on the lower niche is from this website. The pictures are super old and so are the downloads, but the links still work. These are some of my favorite plants actually. They're very small, delicate and simple, and you'll see me use these in most of my builds, so I'm linking to a second set that includes basically everything from this collection. Then we have this tiny picture frame, which is part of a huge set of photo frames by Thread and Sandpaper. I'll link to their original post with the mesh and the recolors that I use, so you can grab those too. On the floor we have a pot plus a custom plant for the modular planters by Buggy Booze. Love this collection, I've used it for many years and it's a must-have in my builds. I've left a sim file share link because I couldn't find an official upload of both the pots and the plants anywhere else. Moving on, the dining table, chairs and mirror on the wall are all part of the Kingston Dining Set. I am obsessed with mid-century modern interiors and exteriors, so when I saw the set I was like, I need this! These items look fantastic in the game, the textures are really detailed, so I highly recommend downloading the whole set. As a centerpiece on the table, we have this stunning vase of flowers, which is part of the Fortitude Joyce Simple Living Plants conversion by Elena. What a mouthful! Again, these creations are super beautiful, so download these plants and browse through the other stuff on their website while you're there. Above the dining table, we have this gorgeous brass pendant light by Kachika777. I'm probably mispronouncing that, I'm sorry, but you can find the light alongside a whole bunch of other goodies on their Tumblr page. Underneath the dining table, we have a resized rug, and these are by Didi. They've resized the Isotopia rug from the Freetime expansion pack and the Atomic Bugs rug from Pets, so any recolors you download, you can get them in multiple sizes that fit various rooms. And I'll link to the 2 sets of rug recolors that I most often use in my game. The last thing in the dining room is on the wall, or on the windows shall I say, we have these contemporary curtains by Huge Lunatic on sims2artist.com. I love these curtains because they're so minimal and non-intrusive to a space. You can just shift them around depending on how much you want them to cover the windows. I think that's pretty much for the dining room. There's just this one small deco object that I placed in the niche. I know which set it's from, however I couldn't find the download source, and I'll update with the link once I figure that out. But for now, we'll leave the dining room and move on to the bathroom. Here we are in the first floor bathroom, and I've used some items that I include in pretty much all of my builds. We have a lot of items by Veranka in here, so I'll start with those first. The paper roll, plunger, and shower curtain are all part of the IO bathroom conversions. Fun fact, The Sims 2 doesn't have a paper roll item included in any expansion pack. And I don't see a bidet on these Max's toilets either, so draw your conclusions. I think bathroom clutter is just so important because it can really make these usually most boring parts of the house into something worth looking at. Then we have this little shelf of shampoos above the bathtub. This is called the Bath Buddy, and it's a 4:2 bathroom deco conversion from this small set of bathroom clutter. I use all of these items quite frequently, so if you like them, grab them all. The mirror above the sink is from the Elena mirror set. It includes simple, minimalistic mirrors in a variety of sizes, and you'll see me place these in most households because of their clean design that matches pretty much every room style and setting. The last item by Veranka in this room is the wall light. This is another conversion from The Sims 3, and it's part of a huge collection of items called the Coffee Bean Hipster Loft Set. Apart from the lamp, you'll find all sorts of other objects in this collection that can be used in a living room, bedroom, kitchen, office, or any other room. Moving on, I use this elegant black bathtub. I think it looks amazing. It's from the ATS Drama Bathroom Set by Sandy at Around the Sims. There are a ton of bathroom items on this page, so you can download everything if you want a completely matching combination. The toilet is also part of the 4:2 Tiny Living conversion by Michelle. I mentioned this earlier. In general, this creator has a ton of great custom content, so I recommend taking your time to browse through their entire Mod The Sims catalog. Meanwhile, the sink is, well, it's actually a kitchen sink, but this is my game, and nothing can stop me from placing a kitchen sink in the bathroom. I just like it too much, so I use it all over the place. This is a 4:2 conversion. It's from a set called Simmer Down Kitchen. All of the items are extremely beautiful and worth having in your game. The last item in the bathroom is this rug. Well, it's more like a yoga mat, but I like putting these skinny runner rugs in my bathrooms. It's another 4:2 conversion by Kestrel Teams. It's part of a set called Cat Milk, and there are a number of other cute items you can get from this page. As a side note, I think this creator makes amazing conversions for The Sims 2, so I am going to link to 4 more of their creations that I have in my game, and you've probably seen me use these in my Pleasantview lot renovation videos. For example, in the Burp house, I used these cute teddy bears for Lucy Burp's room. In Brandy Broke's room, I used this trio of vibrant, colorful paintings that sit on a shelf. In the Caliente house, I put a bright tiger painting in their kitchen, and you can find this item with many quirky recolors here. And these last few items you haven't seen me use yet, but I'm planning on placing these in Darren Dreamer's art studio when we get to it. You'll find the paintings and the rug in the link I provided, and I think the easel in this picture is another 4:2 conversion, so I'll link to the ones I use in my game. Phew, that was a lot for such a small space. Now let's move on to the last room I'll show you guys in this video, and this would be the first floor bedroom. Here we are. This is a very tight space, and I'm probably going to keep this as a guest bedroom, so there isn't much going on, but I'll walk you through what I used here and where you can find these CC objects. The first thing we have in here are the bed and bedside tables, plus the lamp on the nightstand, all of which are part of the Rhodium set by Veranka. It's another Sims 3:2 conversion. I also use these in the Burp house because this is a relatively affordable set that comes in a few modern swatches that match many houses. The plants in this room are from the Veranka sets I linked earlier in the video, but above the bed I've placed what is probably one of the most popular CC picture frames for The Sims 2, and that is the Back to Retro poster, once again by Veranka. This picture is part of a whole collection of items. It's a kitchen set that is cheap and looks amazing in game. I think it's a much prettier alternative to the cheap base game counters, and I use these kitchen cabinets for the Burp and the Broke house renovations. And while we're here, I'll link to my 2 favorite Recolor collections of this poster, both of which are from Kaylee83 on Tumblr. And the last decor in this room we have are the blinds/curtains I've placed on the windows. These are part of the Sao Living 3:2 set, which is once again another Veranka conversion. Essentially, if you download everything from Veranka, you'll have so much maxi-smatchy stuff in your game, it's like you've installed like 50 more stuff packs. And this is it for the bedroom, and I think we'll end the CC haul showcase here. Next time we'll continue decorating the rest of the house, and I'll share more links with you guys. For now, I've listed over 50 links, all of which combined make for well over 500 items you can get just from watching this video. A lot of the CC has been out there for a while, but it's worth mentioning because I do get daily questions from people asking where they can find these items. And these are some of the few items that you will see me regularly use in my videos, so take this as a reference for my future builds. Next time, we'll continue decorating the rest of the house, and maybe we'll do some landscaping together. Once again, you'll find the full list of links in the description where I've written down all of the custom content sets and where you can download them. Thank you so much for watching, subscribe if you found this helpful, and I'll see you soon with another Sims 2 video. Bye!